It has only been 6 weeks and already you feel that Brent is the one that you've always been waiting for. He's kind, sensitive, makes you laugh, and knows exactly how to make you feel like you're the most special woman in the world. You go to Pinterest now and start a board on my perfect wedding. Falling in love can happen pretty quickly. But before you commit your heart to Mr. Seems So Right for Me guy, you need to have a few important conversations with him. I'm Kimberly Garth and I provide practical relationship advice for single Christian women. Today's topic is 7 must-have conversations before you commit your heart to him. It's easy to fall for a man and get married, but it's much harder to have a lasting, Christ-centered, enjoyable marriage. So, before you set your sights on marrying this guy, you need to have a few crucial conversations with him. 1. How he became a Christian. This will give you the clearest indication about his beliefs concerning Christianity and if he's had a real, genuine, life-changing encounter with Jesus. A person can grow up in church, have the head knowledge about being a Christian, and talk like one without being a true Christian. Without life transformation through Jesus Christ, he's just a regular religious guy without the Holy Spirit. In essence, he's really a non-Christian. The Holy Spirit makes all the difference between religion and relationship with God. So even if his conversion testimony shows that he sincerely gave his life to Christ, he might have other theological ideas very different from your own. So you need to delve a little deeper on what he actually believes. Otherwise, you might find yourself in an ongoing theological battle in the future. Furthermore, if you marry him, you may find yourself switching to a church whose core beliefs you do not embrace. You will not agree on everything, but you need to agree on the core things. And that's why so many Christian organizations have statements of faith. 2. His views on sex and his own sexual experiences. Before you enter a relationship with a guy, you need to know his views on premarital sex, including foreplay. This gives a good indication of his spiritual maturity and what he would expect going forward. If he's a growing Christian, he should have a desire to abstain from sex until marriage, regardless of his past sexual history. If he believes that Christians should engage in premarital sex, leave that man right there. Run. You also need to know if he's a virgin or not and the extent of his sexual history, and you of course need to disclose the same. There's no need to go into details. Deluded people may want you to think that having premarital sex has no bearing on your future marriage, but nothing could be further from the truth. Your ability to experience full intimacy with him will be affected by the number of partners he's had or you've had. Going forward, you need to soberly understand what you're getting into. So you can check out the book by Josh McDowell called Bare Facts, 39 Questions Your Parents Hope You Never Ask About Sex for more on this topic. The link is in the description. 3. How he spends money. Discussing finances may not seem like a very romantic topic, but disagreements in this area have crushed the romance in many Christian marriages. As a single man, does he manage his finances well? Does he have financial common sense? Does he have the self-control to save some of his money as a single man? As a mature man, he should have an income, whether he's employed, self-employed, or minister of religion. Feelings of love are insufficient when you have to pay bills. Therefore, please ensure that you commit your heart to a man who is hardworking and responsible with his finances while he is single. Bad financial habits will follow you into marriage. So ladies, if you haven't as yet, get my free resource, the Irresistible Godly Woman Checklist, to help in your development as a single woman. I've placed the link in the description box. 4. His home culture. You might want to overlook this, but this is extremely important. Our parents disciple us whether we are aware of it or not. Some elements of our home culture will find its way into your home in the future, the good and the not so good. So get a glimpse into his family and you'll get a glimpse into your future. So how is conflict dealt with in his home? What are his views and yours about the rules of a husband and a wife? If your potential boyfriend comes from an abusive home, he'll need to get help because it's very likely that he would have been negatively affected by the abuse. God can definitely heal a person, but he needs to be willing and intentional in this process because it will not be easy. 5. His relationship with his father. A man who has a healthy relationship with his father will be in a better position to be a good husband and father because it has been modeled to him. If he doesn't have a good relationship with his father, no good male role model, and refuses to take steps toward healing, he might need to take a step back and reconsider moving forward. You need to marry a man who is willing to grow in this area. A man can only learn to be a good father and husband from another man, not from a woman. So if you are getting benefit from this video, I invite you to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you know when I publish more videos. 6. His romantic history with women and men. You need to know why his relationships ended with Jane, Jill, and Jackie. If he takes no responsibility for the breakups, then that's a warning sign. It always takes two to tango. So he must be at fault in some way, like even poor mate selection is a fault in itself. Also, it's important to know if he has same-sex attraction issues and how he's dealing with it. We also need to know if he's been sexually abused and what help he's received. 7. How he deals with conflict. You can discuss this with him, but it's equally more important that you observe his reactions to conflicts with his parents, siblings, co-workers, friends, authority figures, etc. When he confides in you, listen carefully. Does he know how to forgive? Does he blame everyone and accepts little or no responsibility for his actions? How does he deal with anger? Is he controlling? Does he become violent? To read the entire article, check the link in the description. So ladies, he will eventually treat you the same way he treats his family and his friends. In the initial phases of a relationship, you need to have your ears and your eyes open before you commit your heart. Don't be so blinded by the feelings of love that you miss key signals. So I want to hear from you all. What other issues should be discussed before you commit your heart to a guy? Please comment and share with all of us. Thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, I think you might like this next video that I'm going to recommend to you. Should you reveal your crush to your girlfriends at church? Take care. Bye-bye.